Not Another Podcast, episode 20.
20. Wow. 20 weeks.
20 weeks.
Maybe a week off and somewhere in there.
I think we took a one or two in here and there. Hope you had a great week. We had a...
Oh.
What?
I just remembered.
What's wrong?
When this episode comes out on Wednesday,
yeah,
it'll be exactly 3 months since I lost my job.
Hey, congratulations.
That's one full quarter. Yeah, I got to talk to the shareholders about that.
Are you going to get a cake?
No, I don't think so.
You should.
Really?
Yeah.
Happy 3 months unemployed?
I am about to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate 7 months in a few weeks.
Jeez, flew by.
You know, they say 7 months, the tears anniversary.
So you're going to cry?
I'm going to have a tear soup. Yeah, I'm just going to cry.
Nice.
The job hunt is still going on, by the way. I've started last week, and I'm going to say I'm a little discouraged.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot out there, and there's a lot of competition for the very little jobs that are actually out there right now. But chin up, and I'll just continue to move on.
Yeah. Just keep applying.
I could take up my old job as being an exotic dancer or stripper if you're nasty. And why are you shaking?
I don't think you can do that anymore. There's no male strip clubs in Ottawa.
There has to be.
That I know of.
Isn't there?
You could do like bachelor
one.
You could do bachelorette parties.
Ah. I could do that,
That's an option, but there are no male strip clubs in Ottawa anymore.
I feel like, and you would know more than I do, but how many times have you been to a male strip club?
One time ever.
Let me guess. Hot
Shots.
Yeah,
right, that was in Gatineau.
Gatineau. Is that open anymore?
I don't think so.
It was next to Pig Al's, right?
I don't remember.
Anyways, I don't think I'm built for a stripper career because I may be... Parts of me might be, but like, you know, as far as most guys are buff and big and
Listen,
stuff.
it's
and
about
I'm
how you
small
move. Really, it's about, I remember the guys that were working there. It's about them being able to move well and having a lot of charisma and confidence.
I think some dudes are probably like big enough that they don't really need charisma. They just need to pull their pants down. It's like, hey, how are you?
Probably.
Can you get that off the table?
I was going to eat there, but you know.
I'm going to return the sausage because apparently I already have one on my bed. On my bed.
On your bed?
Sorry, I meant to say on my table.
Okay.
I need a job quickly. I feel like my mind is starting to go to mush.
Go to mush, like your words.
So this week we are getting ready for our trip next week. We're going to Portugal.
Yeah.
So we're doing some last minute things. And I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but why is it that every time me and you are going on a trip, our new second home is Winners Marshalls Home Sense?
I know, because you just got to pick up some last minute things. You want to see if there's anything that, you know, might pique your interest, and they get new stuff like every day.
Every other day we are there.
Well, yeah.
And it's so, like we walk in and I'm just like, ugh. I'm like, not this place again.
You don't have to come. You know that, right? You don't.
Yeah, but you make me feel guilty if I don't want to go with you.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do. This is what you do sometimes. You're like, I kind of wanted to go to Marshalls and Home Sense. And like when your voice gets like that, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like, oh, you don't want to go with me? I'm like, that's pretty much you asking me to go with you.
I literally say, okay, I'll be back. And then you're like, fine, I'll go with you. Anyway, this is stupid.
Stupid? Why is it stupid?
Because it's not true.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, okay. In the last 2 weeks, how many times have you been to Marshalls and Home Sense?
I don't know. 3 times.
Dana?
3 times.
Probably 5. When you put in Winners, Marshalls, and Home Sense,
no, I count that as one trip. If they're right next to each other, that's one store.
They usually are they usually? No, they're kind of
because
separate.
The Winners and the Home Sense and the Marshalls is right next to each other.
In South Keys it is.
That's one stop.
Okay. All right, fine, you win. Okay, fine, you win. What else we got going on? Oh, I'm going to a movie solo. I'm going to go. Downton Abbey comes out this week. I'm going to go see it by myself.
I have no interest.
You were a trooper. You came to see the first movie
with you, and then I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. And then I went to see the second movie by myself. So it was me, Gladys, Edith, Laverne. I'm trying to think of older women's names. Gretchen.
Yeah, the Seniors TV Club.
The Seniors TV Club. Yeah. And then I'm going to go by myself. It comes out Friday, and I'm not got nothing really going on Friday, so I'm going to go by myself again to see Downton Abbey by myself.
I'll enjoy it because I love going to the movies by myself. It's so invigorating and it's so like liberating. You feel like you're the main character. You know what I mean? Like it's your life and you're living it.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see that. Plus, you don't have to share your popcorn with anybody either.
Well, that's the best part, right? And nobody judges you by how many fistfuls, like how large the fistfuls of popcorn get.
Yeah.
As you just cram them into your mouth.
Well,
It's great.
I went to see ahead of time to see what the screenings look like. And there are a couple of showings where people have bought solo seats.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be with them.
I think that well, first of all, it's a surprising show that you're into.
It
Downton
is a
Abbey.
surprising show. Yes, it
Right?
is. Yeah, I
It's
don't remember
funny.
how I got into it.
It's funny. I was talking to my girlfriends in the group chat the other night, and one of them is starting Gilmore Girls for the first time ever, and I'd never seen it either. So I'm like, let me see what this is about. And I tell you, I'm like, I'm gonna watch Gilmore Girls first episode, see if I like it. And you said, I'll give it one episode.
Yeah, one
See if
episode.
I can get into it.
Yeah.
And then I said that in the group chat that you were gonna give it a shot, and somebody else was like, oh, he's not gonna like that show. And I'm like, you would be surprised. You like things like Downton Abbey. You watched Firefly Lane with me.
I did, yeah.
And you enjoyed it.
I don't remember much of it, but I think I did because it was
Yeah.
one with Sarah Chalk in it. And what's her name?
And
Katherine
Katherine
Heigl.
Heigl.
Yeah.
And those are not shows that are marketed to men.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm a Renaissance man. You can't decide. You can't figure me out. I'm an enigma.
Yeah. I like that you're into that stuff. It's cool.
I don't remember how I got into it, but I'd heard a lot about the show. So I started watching it, and if you don't know what it's about a really rich family in the late 1919s. Then it goes from the 1918 to 1930, pretty much.
Okay.
And it's about a rich family and their struggles, but it's kind of
and
like
their house,
Yes.
their servants.
yeah, it's like upstairs, downstairs, right? So the upstairs is all the aristocrats and all the rich people, and downstairs is
downstairs
their
is the
servants and
peasants.
stuff. And they don't call peasants. Not yet. And it's like about their lives. And it's kind of like it's like a soap opera. It's a primetime soap opera. And I don't know, I really got into it for some odd reason. I was probably very bored at the time. But there's a couple storylines that I didn't understand. I still don't. But I'll enjoy it. All I want to do after watching, because what happened is you'll come home and it'll be on television and you'll be like, again?
Oh my God, you're always rewatching that show. You've rewatched it how many times through? 4?
No, 3.
But you've started again.
What do you mean?
A couple weeks ago, you were watching it again. So
No,
that's
it
the
wasn't.
fourth.
It wasn't part of. No, it wasn't part of a rewatch.
It was just on.
It was just on.
Okay.
So it wasn't part of a rewatch. We all do that. We just finished The Good Place for the
For a
third time.
No, second.
Second time?
I'm pretty sure it's the second time.
No, it's the third. No, it's the third.
Great show. That comes close to being one of the most perfect television shows ever.
The Good Place?
In my opinion, because you could see at the end, season 4 is the last season, right? And it starts to go a bit downhill. Like it starts to get to a point where you're like, I don't know what they're doing with this, but then they end it on a perfect note.
Yeah, I think the 4th season, well, the longer the seasons go, I guess the worse they get. But
the first 3 seasons are amazing. The first 2 especially.
I think if the first 3 seasons, if seasons 1 and 2 are a 10 and season 3 is a 9, then I would give season 4 a 7.
7.
Still good.
Yeah.
Just didn't reel up. And there's a huge twist if you haven't seen the show.
One of the best twists on television
Yeah.
at the end of season 1.
Yeah,
You should watch it.
So it's pretty good. What else? We've watched Entourage a few times through.
Yes, that's a good one too.
And I'm surprised you like Entourage because that's a guy show.
I've seen Dexter probably 3-4 times, 3 all the way through. I'm working on a 4th right now.
It's a comfort food. Like when you're, it just, you can put it on you. And I think there's something psychologically comforting about watching something that where it's going. So there's no surprises.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people see that as comfort, right? Like when I broke up with a girlfriend years ago, I went all through Friends or all through The Office. I probably did three full watch throughs of The Office, even though seasons 7, 8, 9 is just so bad.
So hard to watch.
It's just so bad.
Yeah.
Anything else we've watched a few times through? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, maybe once,
time,
maybe once or twice.
maybe
We've definitely
twice.
finished it.
Definitely Friends we've watched over and over. Like,
Yeah, but that's
just out of order too. Just like random episodes.
Because you can put any episode on and you pretty much know
and
what's
you
going
know
on.
what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. The same thing with music though, right? Because people they tend to go back to the music that they already have a bond with or already have some sort of nostalgia with.
Yeah.
You tend to stick to that music and not seek out as much new music.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same for
Television shows.
Television shows and movies. You tend to, when you don't know what to watch, just
You
throw
throw
something
something
that
on.
that's familiar on.
And I think that the more you watch a show, the more obviously you pick out things you didn't see before, but also the more appreciation and what's the word I'm looking for? Not the opposite appreciation. Depreciation. Because when you drive a car off the lot, it depreciates in value.
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And talking about Friends, I've kind of noticed in the last month, Phoebe is useless on that show. We've talked about it.
She's kind of the certain type of
she's the appendix.
Comic relief in a way. Like she's different than everyone else.
But I just feel like if you pull Phoebe off that show, nothing changes.
Yeah, because she especially doesn't have any major storylines that intertwine with the other
that
characters.
Affects the others.
Yeah.
Not really. So you can kind of just like, man, just pull her right out.
You know, people that say Friends isn't funny piss me the fuck off. Just because I feel like it's cool to hate things that are popular.
Right.
Or like there's some sort of same thing about Nickelback, right? Hating on Nickelback. It's like anti-culture. So people that are saying it's not funny are just doing it because they don't want to be like everyone else. Right. I mean, it is so intensely popular for a reason. And it's because it is funny. Did it age well? No.
No, a lot of it hasn't aged well.
No, a lot of it hasn't aged well. But overall, the show is very funny.
Do you think that you can objectively say a show is funny if you don't find it funny? I'm going to give you the perfect example.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother, I don't think is funny. People love that show.
Yeah.
I've tried to watch it. I don't think it's funny. It never made me laugh. Can I say it's I don't think you can say a show is objectively funny if you don't find it funny. You know, like,
but there's different types of humor. So
there's
say
humor.
That's not my type of humor, maybe? Maybe that's what it is. It's not my type of humor.
But it is my type of humor in a weird way.
I feel like all humor is our type of humor.
Yeah, because we laugh at everything.
Everything is funny.
Yeah, we laugh at everything. And that's another show where people love it. It ran for a long time. I know people were pissed with the ending or whatever. But I just never found that funny.
I never watched it. I've seen episodes here and there, and I thought, well, I could get into this show, but I never have. So
the plan wasn't to talk about TV shows. The plan was to talk about me going by myself to the movies with Downton Abbey, and I'll drink a cup of tea and write a letter. Because that's what they do in that show.
Well,
so we're going out Friday.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I love going to the movies by myself. Maybe I'll go to the movies and I'll see something else.
Like what?
I'll go see Freaky Friday 2 by myself.
Oh, can we go back to Freaky Friday? Because we watched it for the first time
Yeah, sure.
Is Chad Michael Murray the biggest creep in movie history in that movie? The first one.
You forgot to mention that when we talked about it the first time. Yeah. Apparently he is also a creep in the second one.
Okay, so the dude just shows up outside the mom's Jamie Lee Curtis's house, shows up at was that at her work or whatever? I don't remember, but I remember watching with you and saying, this guy's a creep. How is this allowed?
And not a high school student. He's playing a high school student and he's so obviously not a high school student, which is funny.
And how could Jamie
wait, no, is he a high school student or is he like a teacher's aide or something?
I don't know.
He's working for
that makes it even worse.
I don't think he's a high school student.
You're a college kid and you're going after high school and her mom. And how is Lindsay Lohan okay with that at the end of the day? Anyways,
I don't think they end up together because her husband, Lindsay Lohan's husband in Freaky Friday 2 is Manny Jacinto, who plays Jason Mendoza on The Good Place.
From Jacksonville.
Canadian actor. He's great.
But he's back. Chad Michael Murray is in the second one.
Is in the second one, yeah.
That's
what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check the show times for Friday, and we'll both see two different movies.
It might not even be in theaters by the time you go see it again, by the way.
I don't know. I'm going to check.
It's been out for a little while.
I'm going to check. Can we talk about some local stuff?
Sure.
Mainly the absolute shock that I had when I saw the dollar amount that you need to make hourly to afford a 1-bedroom apartment in this city in 2025. Did you see this?
I did see it.
If you haven't seen it or didn't hear about it, take a guess. Take a guess. How much money do you think you need to make an hour?
Yep.
To afford a 1-bedroom apartment in Ottawa? It's probably higher than you're thinking. It's $39 an hour.
$39 an hour.
Are you kidding? That's for a 1-bedroom apartment. If you want a 2-bedroom apartment, it's $48 an hour. And they do say this is without skipping meals. So this is you spend money on food. They factor in your bills.
Right.
So everything factored in, which is sad that they have to say this is without skipping meals, which means there are people that are skipping meals to be able to afford their bills.
Yeah, right, yeah.
$39 an hour. Our minimum wage is $17.20, by the way.
$17.25. It's going up to $17.60, I think.
Yeah, I think in
1st.
October. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's going up 40 cents. I
don't know how people are doing it.
How would we be living? You know, the place I lived before we got this place, the landlord was awesome. And luckily for me, it was it was really, really affordable, that place. But then once we moved in here, our rent,
Like the rent at that place probably went up.
Well, yes, because he said to me, he's like, how much do you think? Because it was a 2-bedroom condo, and it was a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, laundry, had everything. And
no dining room though.
No dining room.
No place to eat your food.
It was pretty much a bachelor when you walked into the place, because there was enough room for a couch, a television. It had a balcony, a little bit of a balcony, which on the first floor doesn't really count, I guess, but it was an outside space, and a big, huge breakfast bar, which was your table. Like you had no room for a table.
That was essentially the only place to eat. Yeah.
When I got there, and this was 2014 or 2015, 16, it was like $1,300. It was still really cheap.
That's very cheap.
And then when I left, he said, do you think I can get more for this place? And this is right in the middle of the pandemic. And I said, probably. And then he told me what he raised the rent to. And I still found it affordable. I'm like, I'd still take this place at that thing. But then when we moved here, our rent went up over $1,000 a month.
Really?
Yeah, when we signed the mortgage, it was about $1,100 more.
Oh, you mean like the cost for this house?
Yes, it was $1,100 more a month than that place.
But I mean, this is a mortgage, right? It's not you're paying rent. You're paying into your investment of the house.
Yeah.
But I never, ever, ever would have been able to buy a place as a single person.
No, it's not happening.
Who can buy alone anymore? You need to buy with other people, with somebody else.
Unless
you're rich.
Keep living or you're rich, or you keep living in the basement with your parents.
Yeah.
And more people are doing that.
And saving for like a down payment.
And I think, do you think that the thought process, like the image of a person who stays home now and lives with their parents, has changed for people? Because remember before, let's say we go back 10, 15 years ago, and you're living with your parents and you're in your like late 20s, early 30s, and you're like, oh, you're living with your parents. But now I think it's more acceptable now because people understand that the crunch we're under.
Yeah, it's way different now, for sure. I stayed at home till I was 30.
Did you live in Brockville? But
but that was just for an internship, and it was temporary. And I always knew I was gonna move back to Ottawa.
Yeah,
and then I just moved back in again at home.
And then we moved in together. But when I moved back, I was living with my parents, just to get settled, to get on. And then my mom got sick, so I stayed home and I helped take care of my mom.
Yeah.
And then when my mom got better, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move out. And we were seeing each other at the time. And then you kept saying, well, maybe we should get a place together. Maybe we should get a place together. And I said, I want to live on my own for a year. Mm-hmm. And then I did. And then you moved in like a year later, just because I lived on my own from 2010, from 2007 to 2014 or whatever it was. And then when I moved back, and I needed just that thought process of living by myself.
Yeah.
And
having
just
your own space for a
my
while.
own freedom for a while. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you got to do what you got to do. And if that means live with your parents, then live with your parents.
Yeah, do it. Because for a 1-bedroom apartment, your average asking
one bedroom
that's vacant right now in the city is $2,010.
Yep.
If for a 2-bedroom, which I think if you're 2 people, you probably want to have 2 bedrooms so that you can have an extra room, right?
Wait. What do you mean? That makes sense? That didn't make sense. You said if you're 2 people.
If you're like a couple, you probably.
Oh, if you're a couple.
Probably prefer to have a 2-bedroom
for the
right?
extra bedroom.
What if you want to have children? What if, people are staying over? You want to have the 2-bedroom, right? A 2-bedroom is $2,490. So there's almost a $500 jump.
So that means
between a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom.
So that means a 3-bedroom was probably going around 3.
Oh gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
And by the way, like it used to be 1 bedroom, all included. Yeah. Nobody does, not a lot of places do that anymore.
Like Minto, I think Minto is a big renter in the city, and they probably still do all inclusive on a lot of their stuff.
All inclusive.
All inclusive.
I just think of the beach when you say that.
The drinks are included. The food's included.
Well, when I lived at the condo, I had to pay electric. I didn't pay for water because it was a condo. Mm-hmm. And in a place I lived in Halifax, everything was looked after except for electric. So everything else, gas, all that stuff. Montreal, I think it was electric. I paid too. I had to pay natural gas. I had a gas stove in Montreal.
Oh, I've never had a gas stove.
One day. So you had a pilot light under,
so it's always on, right? Technically, the pilot light is always on.
The pilot light,
Something like that?
No, I don't. Okay, I'm trying to remember because it was a while ago. But so the pilot light was under the stove. So you turn the gas on and then you use a barbecue lighter under to light the pilot, right? And then once you were done, you turned off the gas.
Yeah.
So when you first turn on the gas, you do smell gas in the house, but eventually it goes away because it's just turning it on. One day I came home and there was my place smelled like gas. And I was like, oh shit, I left the gas on, freaking out. So I went and checked. The gas valve was closed, but it reeked of gas.
Yeah.
So I went downstairs to my landlord. Now my landlord, very sweet lady, okay? But this was in Montreal. She spoke broken French and Portuguese.
Oh.
Now remember, I have broken Portuguese. So I went down there and tried to explain to her, my gas is on. And she kept asking me in Portuguese. She's like, and she loved me because I was Portuguese, but she kept saying, are you sure the gas is off? And I kept saying, yes, my gas is off. And then she goes, okay, well, someone will come see it tomorrow. And I didn't think anything of it. So I went back upstairs and I, like 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, I get a knock at the door. I open the door and it's someone from the gas company. They're like, no, we need to see this now.
Oh, what was wrong with it?
They couldn't figure it out.
Was it leaking?
It was leaking, but they couldn't figure it out.
So what'd you have to do?
So they came in and they replaced the valve. So what they did was they came in, they used a reader and he's like, I don't read anything, but I can smell it.
Yeah.
So they shut off they hard shut it off, like I guess something from the master valve or whatever. And then somebody came in a couple of days later, the next day, and installed a new valve. And it just felt, I guess they thought it was a faulty valve.
I'm too paranoid for a gas stove. Way too paranoid.
It's
I'm
so much
paranoid
better,
with
though.
an electric stove.
Yeah.
I'm like, every day, is the stove off? Did I lock it?
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my! I better turn around and check.
And you
imagine a gas stove? I'd be
Yeah.
down here every day.
Yeah.
I smell gas.
Yeah.
Do you
I
smell that?
gas.
I smell
gas.
And they add that smell, to gas.
Yes, for you to know it. Yeah.
Like that's not what natural gas smells like. They add it so that it stands out to you.
As soon as I came in, I was like, holy crap. So I opened the windows. Some of it got out. The smell got away. But yeah, that was a pretty eventful night. Cause like, oh, someone, and I didn't think anything of it when she's like, someone will come tomorrow. And then like, 20 minutes later,
They came right away.
And then
Oh,
like,
that's
he's
good.
like, we got to look at this. Cause like they might have evacuated the whole building.
Yeah, you can't just have a gas leak and be like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, right.
Like,
So
you can't
back to
do
where we were
that.
talking about, which was the expenses. You know, you got electric, you got gas. You know, if you have an AC unit, you know, like there's just so much more than just rent that you have to pay for, including food. So
You know who doesn't have to worry about that ever again in their life?
huh?
Elon Musk. Did you know that he could become the world's first trillionaire?
The world doesn't have a trillionaire already.
No. Do you know how much $1 trillion is?
It's 100 billions.
No, but like think about it. Do you know how long it would take you to count to 1 trillion?
No.
32,000 years.
How is that possible?
If you started at 1 and kept counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 second every second, it would take you almost 32,000 years to count to 1 trillion.
Does that include the fact that you continue to forget what number you're on, have to start all over again?
No, that's like you're consecutive, not stopping. You're counting to 1 trillion. It would take you 32,000 years. That's how much money
that guy could be.
that is, which is insane. Now, he's not a trillionaire yet. He could be in for $1 trillion payout if Tesla meets a bunch of targets over the next 10 years.
Yeah, because they've been hurting a little bit. So they probably want him to, if he can turn it around kind of vibe.
They would have to reach a market valuation of $2 trillion and achieve 20 million deliveries very early in the plan for him to make it there. But they're on the downswing right now. So they delivered fewer than 2 million cars in 2024.
Yeah, people saw the Cybertruck and they're like, nah.
Not everybody, though. There are lots of people in this city that have Cybertrucks.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Every time one drives by me, I go like this. I'm like driving, right? I'm like,
Do you remember we were
stank face.
we were driving behind that Tesla in traffic and it had a bumper sticker that said, I bought this before Elon went crazy.
Cool, you still have no taste. Like, I'm glad, but your taste is still horrendous, and you
didn't like
love
Teslas?
attention.
Well, before this, before you know all that shit he's doing or he was doing,
yeah.
you didn't think Teslas were nice
I thought they were cool.
Yeah?
I thought Teslas were cool.
Yeah.
for sure.
because they were the electric car.
Would I have one? No, because then it's a lithium battery, and I'm like, really? I'm all
she's
about
on-
lithium batteries right
She's
now.
on this really weird kick right now where it's all about the fear of lithium batteries. You go to a couple TikToks and then she goes,
I'm
you
just
know what we
like-
should do? We should buy, you said a bag to store, what was it?
Any lithium batteries that are loose, like power banks,
Yeah.
things like that, store them in a fireproof bag because they can explode for
Yeah.
literally no reason.
Yeah, I know, but anything can really explode for no reason. Just explodes.
Anything?
Your car.
Yeah, but like an electric car is even more susceptible to
got
that. And
lithium
then you
batteries
park
in
it
it.
in the garage, right? That's a danger to the house. Like I'm just a paranoid mess these days, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm
especially
paranoid
about lithium
about everything.
batteries.
Yeah.
Well, what about our phones?
Yeah, our phone's included. Our phone's included.
Would you want to put them in? Oh, and you said you don't want to charge. She said I shouldn't charge my phone overnight because you always charge your phone overnight.
Yeah, while you're sleeping. You probably shouldn't because then you're sleeping.
But you've been doing it ever since you brought it up.
Yeah, I figure it's right next to my head. So like if it blows up, I'll know.
Well, technically you won't know because you might be dead with it.
I don't think it blows up.
You know what you should do?
Big.
You should put yourself in a fireproof bag with your battery
And
while
when I
it
go to
charges
sleep.
when you go to sleep.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That is the answer. But yeah, I can't wrap my head around one person being, having $1 trillion payout. It's just, it's insane. And before the bootlickers come out and be like, well, they earned it. Allow rich people to be rich. No, there shouldn't be billionaires. You shouldn't have any wealth over $1 billion.
Okay, so everything over $1 billion. So what do you do in your mind? What would you do if you made over $1 billion? So let's say you made $3 billion. What do you have to do with the other $2 billion?
You have to. There would be like a committee, right? Like a committee that takes the funds and allocates them to the people and the communities that need them the most and whatever infrastructure needs it the most.
Sounds good.
Like it would go back to the people because you don't get that rich by not exploiting poor people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even their work, getting them to buy shit they don't need, right? Like that's how people become
Do you know what
rich.
rich people are good with? Hiding their money legally in weird ways, putting it in accounts, like Cayman Island accounts, offshore accounts, stuff like that. So, and finding loopholes. So they're good at that. So I think no matter what you do, they'll find a way to keep their money somehow.
But why?
Because it's
you
their
are
money.
never going to spend $1 billion in your life. Do you want to die with it? You want to be buried with it?
Well,
like I just don't understand being ultra rich.
Well,
it's something I don't understand at all.
People have like even me, who I made a good amount of money. And it just sits there. Like I've put in different accounts and stuff like that. But
a billionaire.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is like, you don't want to get rid of it for a rainy day, just in case you need it in a rainy day. But you know how much rain is in a rich person's life, really? But I'm like, there's something about holding your money, like Ebenezer Scrooge. You know, he just wants to hoard his money.
But that's a mental illness.
Oh yeah.
That's not normal. Like
it would suck if you had $1 billion and you're on your deathbed and you're going to die with $1 billion and thinking like all the stuff you could have done.
I'm like, okay, what are you going to do with that? Apparently the reason Dolly Parton is not a billionaire is because she routinely donates her money and puts it back into the community. Just like how she donated $1 million or more to the COVID vaccine research.
It wasn't Pfizer. It was
Moderna.
Was it Moderna?
Was it Moderna?
Or what was the one nobody wanted?
Moderna.
No. The one that nobody wanted. AstraZeneca?
Yeah, there was that one too.
It could have been AstraZeneca.
I think it was Moderna. I think she donated to Moderna.
Well, good for her.
Anyways, it's one of the reasons she's not a billionaire, right? Because she is routinely donating her money. And that's how it should be because she knows she does not need that money to live. She's fine.
Yeah, but she
All that
doesn't
excess
smoke out of a pipe and have a monocle. Some people do. Some people want to be the guy from Monopoly, you know?
You know, it's funny you say that. The Monopoly man does not have a monocle.
Is that the Mandela effect?
It's a Mandela effect. Yeah.
It's a Mandela effect, right.
There's no monocle. We made that
I was
up.
getting my hair cut like months ago and someone's like, asked me exactly about the Monopoly guy. He's like, did he have a... No, he asked me about the fruit of the loom. He said...
Yeah, the
fruit of
cornucopia?
There was no cornucopia, apparently.
It was just fruit.
It was just
There was
fruit.
no like horn.
I thought there was a horn. And he asked me. And he's like, do you remember the Fruit of the Loom logo? I'm like, is this guy going to show me his underwear? And he's like, was there a cornucopia? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, man, there wasn't. It's the Mandela effect. It was just a fruit salad. No cornucopia in the
A
back.
fruit salad or
Well,
a collection of fruits?
That's what a fruit salad is.
Well, a fruit salad is like they're chopped up.
No, I know that. I just
into
mean
pieces.
like it's a deconstructed fruit salad.
Okay.
Wait, no, a deconstructed fruit salad would be chopped up.
It's fruits.
Okay, it's a shitload of fruits.
It's just fruits.
It's just fruits. The cornucopia was never there either.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay, can we go back to rich people?
Yeah, sure.
There was some Cristiano Ronaldo is getting married to his girlfriend. He proposed, Georgina, and the prenup has made the rounds.
Oh.
This isn't confirmed, but a lot of places were reporting that this is the prenup between the two. You ready to hear this?
Sure.
Okay, before I do that, since you're on the computer, can you look up Cristiano Ronaldo's annual salary? He probably makes more in endorsements. He's playing right now
200 million euro.
200 million euro, which in Canadian is 200 probably in
More than 400 million Canadian.
What? It's double? A euro is double?
Let's see.
Well, we better figure that out because we're going to change our Canadian money into euro soon.
Okay, so it's 200. It's almost double, so it's 324 million.
Yeah, he's playing in Saudi
700.
Arabia, right?
Yeah,
So
okay.
he's getting a huge contract. He's the highest paid athlete in the world. Okay, so this is allegedly the prenup between Ronaldo and Georgina if they break up, okay?
Okay.
She gets $121,000 a month allowance.
That's all?
Oh, no, that's not all. There's a $5.5 million real estate package. So that's probably homes, mansions.
What do you mean plural homes? One's enough.
Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo has one home?
It's enough.
He probably has one in Saudi Arabia. He probably has one in Portugal. He probably has one in the States.
Again, there are people that don't have homes. You don't need more than one.
So she also gets $110,000 a month in lifetime pension.
So
She's getting
Cristiano
pension.
Ronaldo is a business.
Yes,
and
he is.
she's an employee.
Yeah, well,
So
I want to
she's
say
getting a
they have like 5 kids.
pension
They have
package
5
from
kids.
him.
She's also getting monthly child support. You want to take a guess on how much allegedly it is?
Is it per child or is it a lump sum?
It's a lump sum.
I don't know, 300,000.
$500,000 a month.
Okay.
A month. She's getting $6 million. If they break up, that would be $6 million a year just for the kids.
My God, just turn in the engagement ring he got her. That's at least $30 million.
Did you see that
Jesus
ring?
Christ.
$2 million yearly lifestyle maintenance. So she gets $2 million a year
To maintain the lifestyle.
maintain her lifestyle.
Because, $150,000 a month is not enough.
Where do you see that, by the way? A lot of people do that in divorce settlements. Like, I've now become accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you have to pay for me to continue the lifestyle. Where do you fall on that side? Do you think that's fair? Like, if you're having caviar for breakfast and now you got to go back to Fruit Loops.
It depends how the relationship ended. If the relationship ended
amicably,
then maybe not. But if somebody cheats and there's infidelity, then that's different.
2 luxury cars included.
One, not enough.
Paid luxury flights. And 2 yearly vacations covered. If they break up, $50 million.
Lump sum if they break up.
If they break up, she gets $50 million.
On top of everything?
On top of everything. So this is the prenup. So this is everything I ran off.
Jesus.
I think is what she gets in the marriage. She gets $121,000 a month on like to spend on whatever. She gets $110,000 lifetime pension a month, $500,000 for the child support, $50 million altogether if they break up. So a prenup, is that everything that happens after the breakup? Like, does it sound like it's a after breakup like agreement, or is that happened? Like,
they're getting married, right?
Yeah, they're engaged now.
So
yeah.
that's if they get a divorce.
That's if they get a divorce.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Ronaldo makes from endorsements alone $80 million a year. He earns back the $121,000. That monthly payment.
Yeah.
He earns it back in 36 hours.
That's crazy.
The $50 million he would give her allegedly if they break up.
He earns that back.
8 months.
Yeah. So he's clearly not concerned. Not
no,
concerned about
he's not
it.
concerned. But they have 5 kids. Like, I think it's 5 kids.
So they will be in each other's lives forever. Forever. Even if they get divorced.
Yeah.
They share 5 children. There will be some sort of crossover between them forever.
When Eddie Murphy has this thing in one of his stand-ups, either Delirious or Ron, he goes, he was talking about Johnny Carson had to give up $150 million, I think, in his divorce settlement. And he's like, if you have $5 and someone asks you for $250, you're upset. Imagine signing a check for $50 million.
Yeah, but when you make it back in 36 hours, it's not that bad.
No, in 8 months. The $50 million's in 8 months.
Still not bad, especially considering you made another few million after that.
Just shows you how high how much athletes are being paid.
I think that's the grossest one for me is people getting paid an insane amount of money to play a sport. I can't wrap my head around why, when we have doctors and people saving lives every day that aren't rewarded to that extent.
It's because
we have things so backwards.
It's because for doctors and any other profession, I'll just say doctors, they're saving lives, but they're not really making anybody money. And I'm not saying that as a knock. It's the truth. Athletes make teams and leagues money. So that's why they're so highly paid. Ronaldo's making so much money because he's making the team and that league so much money.
Yo, our priorities are so fucked.
Yeah, it's a different story.
Okay, in The Good Place, you know how the judge has that button that will restart humanity?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we should just do that. Let's just fucking wrap it up. We did a terrible job on this earth. Let's just fucking do over. Do over.
Do you think you'd be thinking different if you were rich? Do you think
Probably.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because you sit there and you're, okay,
but
there's an athlete.
I swear to you, if I was rich like that, I wouldn't have most of that money. I would be giving back.
It's easy for you to say now when you're poor. But you're not poor. Well, yeah, you have no job. You're poor.
Well, I have no job, so.
But you don't have the income, so it's easy to say that. Oh, if I was rich, I'd be going to the shelters every day and giving them cash. I'd be going to soup camp, like I'd be doing this. But I don't think that's what you would be doing. You may show up at a gala that represents the arts.
Fuck no. I don't want to go to that stuffy ass shit.
Here's a check for $10,000.
No, I wouldn't.
I think it's definitely possible that you wouldn't. Like you could be like Dolly Parton. But Dolly Parton's probably living very comfortably, but her money, she sees value in doing stuff like that.
I think that's how I would be. I saw this one TikTok a couple days ago. This girl was like, me if I was a billionaire. And she was like, what'd you say? Flint, Michigan? They still don't have clean drinking water?
Yeah,
how much it costs? 50 million? Write the check. Why are you asking me? Write the fucking check. Like there's things like that, right? Where one person could solve the problem with money.
Right.
But nobody does it.
Yeah, nobody wants to do it.
Like, what? I just don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe when you're that rich, a lot of it is,
I think
what do I get out of it?
I think you lose your fucking
mind.
What
do I get out of it?
I think money changes your brain chemistry.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it fucks you
up. Hey, you know what I bought? I bought alligator shoes. Who the fuck says that?
What?
Unless your mind's been changed for how rich you are, you're not buying alligator shoes.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people, their tastes change when you get rich. And then next thing you know, they're buying extravagant shit instead of like donating it.
Ridiculous.
There was an athlete. His name was Latrell Sprewell. He was a basketball player and he got offered a contract. And this is like 25 years ago. And it was like a 3-year deal worth $10 million or something. And his actual quote was, I can't feed my kids on $10 million. Yeah. Some people just have the mentality where like, I need more money. I need more money.
Then you have lost the fucking plot, man. You don't need more money. That's actually crazy. To change your lifestyle to the point where you can't feed your kids on $10 million is actually irresponsible, and you should not be a fucking parent. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
When you come from like, I wonder if people who come from nothing, when they have everything, all of a sudden they become rich. Like a lot of athletes, they have like very humble beginnings and next thing you know, they sign a huge deal. I wonder if you're more likely to be selfish with your money as opposed to somebody who had money their whole life.
Yeah.
Are you more likely to be selfish with your money if you were rich your whole life or if you came from nothing and then had everything?
It's an interesting question. I look at like my grandmother too, who came from nothing, from the old country in Italy. They lived on a farm. They worked on a farm. They didn't have a dime. And when she moved to Canada and was working and through her whole life, she was never about spending money. Mm-hmm. No traveling, no frilly expenses, no extras, no extravagant purchases, nothing that isn't a basic necessity or a need, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nothing. So when she sees me spending my money on vacations,
she doesn't understand.
The cats, clothing, she's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. She's like, you should be saving every penny you have.
Right.
And I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Why? Like, I'm not living outside of my means, but I'm going to spend money and live life instead of just being like, I got to keep this money because I've never had any before.
I think I am a little bit like your grandmother, where I kind of go back and forth because for years I spent too much money on shoes, on sneakers, to the point where like I was probably buying 2 pairs a week, 3 pairs a week. And it got really bad. And then one day I walked into my closet and I was like, holy shit, what the hell am I going to do with all this? Am I ever going to walk enough to wear these shoes? And then when I bought the house, when I realized I wanted to buy the house, I stopped buying. And then I just save. And I'm like, I'm saving my money, but for what? Because I have this irrational fear that I'm going to need that money somehow for something serious. New roof, new fence, new house. So I won't spend it. But then you're like, well,
out of fear.
I think just out of fear that what if something bad happens and I need that money? I think that's a little bit of my psyche.
Yeah.
But I've opened, like, we go on more trips. Like, I'm trying to spend more money on experiences. But I think I'm a little bit like your grandmother sometimes, where I'm like, where am I going to how am I going to spend this money?
Yeah.
Like I'm just keep it in the bank, because like what happens if like there's a tornado?
Yeah, I get that, but also you can't not live your life because of that
I know.
fear, right?
It's finding the balance.
And that's not, I have $5,000 in my bank account and I want to go on this trip that's $4,000, but like I know my furnace might blow. It's like, yeah, maybe that's not a good decision.
It's not a good decision,
right? But like if you have it within your means where you're still going to be able to be okay, then live your fucking life, man. Money will come back to you.
And
you will always make more money.
That's not true.
No, but you'll always, if you need to get a job and make money, you will do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. And I think before, for me, it was like, oh, I got to have a pair of these Jordans. I got to have a pair of these Adidas, whatever. And now it's more like, let's go to Portugal. We've never been to Europe, so let's go. Let's get this.
Let's have more life
experiences. And
instead of
I think that's happening now in my older age.
material stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
So, in other words, rich people, send us on a vacation.
Let's talk about something that has been a kind of a big point of contention between the two of us the last few days.
Oh, is this the Philadelphia Phillies baseball game? Yeah. Have you seen this? Like, if you haven't, pause this right now and just go on Twitter or YouTube and look up Phillies home run ball.
So this happened at a Phillies game, obviously, where there was a home run hit, and the ball goes into the stands. Now, the ball goes into the stands and falls in front of a row where there are a group of people, and this one woman, this older lady, is leaning over the seat trying to get the ball. Well, this other fan comes from like, I don't know, 20 seats down.
No, that's not right.
15 at least seats down.
In the same row. In the same row.
Comes up trying to get to the ball. And I don't know if he pulled it from her hand or if she had it and lost her grip. To me, it looks like she may have potentially almost had it in her hand and she lost the grip. But he takes the ball, walks right back to his seat and gives it to his kid. So then this woman...
Kid is happy. He's hugging his kid.
Of course. So now this woman comes up to him and he's shocked to see her, right? And she's like, that was my ball. You took my ball. And there's a bit of a...
Back and forth.
And then he just like, take it.
He's like, take it. He
puts his hands up. He's like, take it then, right? He takes it from his kid and gives it to her. And she has become the villain of the internet this month so far.
She's become the new CEO from the Coldplay show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she's become the new CEO.
She has become the new villain, and they're rewarding the kid, right? So the kid, what did they do for the kid so far?
A little while later in the game, a representative from the team, the Marlins, was it the Marlins? I think it was the Marlins, because I think it was in the Florida. A representative from the team went up to him and his dad and apologized on behalf of the team for what happened to him and gave him a gift bag full of stuff. And I think after he...
A signed bat too?
I think he met the Phillies player or a Marlins player after, and they signed a bat for him. So
pretty cool.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is with this, and I'm not a baseball fan. I don't know what the etiquette is.
You don't even know what the game is.
Don't.
Sometimes we sit there and watch. And she goes, "Why is that person going to first? Because he has to." Well, why does he have to? And baseball's a hard game to explain.
Well, sometimes I'm like, well, they hit a home run. Why do they actually have to run around the bases? You know I'm going to do it. Like, let me just sit my ass down. I hit a home run. Fuck it.
And then I said, because you have to. Well, why do you have to?
Why? Who
Everyone
cares?
knows. No, because you have to.
No, but I think that they are both villains. I think the villainization of her is extremely unnecessary. I think they are both shitty fucking people. Both of them.
Yep.
I think the kid loses in the situation, right? Because all he sees is my dad went and got me the ball. Awesome. Sure. And I think the rule of thumb is the kid always gets the ball, right?
No.
Is that the rule of thumb?
No.
No?
For catching a ball in the stands?
Yeah, like
No.
the moral.
No.
No?
No.
It's not. Okay. What's the rule of thumb?
You catch it, it's yours. And we had this discussion.
So first person to the ball, it's yours.
Yes, it's your ball. And then you decide what you want to do with it after. Okay, here's how I saw it, okay? This guy was in the same row as where the ball landed. And I was
at least 15 seats down.
Look up the video. It is not, I don't think it's 15 seats.
I can't count that far. Like you can't see because he comes from out of the frame. So, but he's far. He's not quite in another section.
Okay, let's say, I'm going to say he's 10 to 12, 10 to 15 seats away, but he's in the same row. And Dana's like, well, I think it's kind of weird that he came from down the row to catch the ball, but that's baseball etiquette.
No, not weird. Shitty.
It's not, but
I
it's
think
not
it's
shitty.
shitty.
It's not shitty. That's baseball. Like, you know, when you go to a game and if a ball's coming towards you, people are going to swarm for it. That is just, everyone knows that. Hey, I'll let you talk for like 5 minutes.
Please go ahead.
I'll just talk for 5 minutes, okay? So the ball is coming towards this crowd of people. He comes from down the row, and then we don't know what happened. We don't know if the lady had her hand on it or she grabbed it and dropped it. We don't know. But he ends up with the ball. You ended up with the ball. It's your ball now. If he grabbed it from her, it's shitty, but we don't know that. All we know is that she went up to him, put her finger in his face, and he was really shocked when she came across. And then he's like, to de-escalate the situation, he's like, here, take the ball. Just fuck off and take the ball. So she takes the ball. She goes back to her seat. And here's something you didn't mention. She is booed mercilessly.
Was she not booed out of the arena?
She was booed out of the stadium.
Yeah.
She was booed so much. Okay, so there's another video where she was being booed, and then she went up to some other person, and she's just right in his face, pointing at him, and he's like arguing with her. He's pretty much saying that's a shitty thing you did, taking the ball from the kid. And then she turns, and other people are chirping her, and she flips everybody off, and she does almost a 360, and just with the ball in her hand, and flips everybody off. She gives everybody the finger, and everybody's booing her. Do you like? Is a legit person, is a good person flipping off the whole thing?
I did not say she was a good person.
No, okay, right, you're
They
right.
both fucking suck to me.
It was his ball.
Both of them suck, because if that was me and I thought I had the ball, right, and this guy just came running into my area, I'd be like, dude, there's like 4 of us here trying to get the ball. Fuck off. You were all the way down there.
It doesn't matter if he gets the ball; it's his ball. That's how this game is played, baby.
But it's stupid. You're all
Sure.
the way over there. There is already a swarming for this ball. Why add to it?
Or you can see it this way: the ball was coming right towards you, right? It's coming right towards you, and the ball lands on you guys. And the guy who ran down from the row, he gets the ball. Maybe you guys just suck at grabbing a ball because it was hit right to you.
Okay,
but we don't know. Listen, we don't know if she had the ball and he ripped. Listen, if she had the ball and he ripped it out of her hands,
I'd love to see a different angle of it.
the only other angle, which was from behind, there's some random
You
dude
still
blocking
can't
him.
see.
You
Yeah,
can't
you can't see. But I will say that's the issue I have with it. And the issue with her, if that was me, and even if I had it in my hand and he ripped it out of my hand, I'd be furious.
Pissed, yeah.
I'd be really pissed. But if he then gave it to his kid, I'd be like, well, he gave it to his fucking kid. I'm not going to go there and ruin that kid's day,
Right.
because I'm pissed at what his father did. Fuck it. It's over.
Okay, I get that.
It's just a ball.
So now that you've said that out loud into a mic, she's in the wrong.
Yes, but he's also in the wrong,
she's
in my opinion.
But is she more in the wrong? She's the one that flipped everybody off. She's the one that listen, she did it to herself. She didn't have to go and start pointing her finger and getting in his face, and now she's gone viral.
She didn't have to react to anyone either. She could have just sat there with
she
her
could have
home
just
run ball and finished the game.
And you know what? That's not even the worst one I've ever seen. There is one from a baseball game, I don't remember, years ago, where the ball landed and some kids went after it, and some guy just ripped it out of their hands. And then he turned, and he was all like proud, and the kid starts bawling his eyes out, like bawling his eyes out. So he gives the kid the ball to his girlfriend or his wife, and they're taking pictures, and she's like, "Oh, look," and the kid is bawling his eyes out, bawling his eyes out. And the team came down. I think the team gave him like a ball, and the kid like lit up.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just a ball. But I think it was fair. I think it's fair game. He's in the same row. People jump over rows of seats to get the balls.
If there's nobody there and the ball is just sitting there and nobody's go for it. But it was going towards a group of people that are obviously going to go for the ball. You're all the way down there. Chill in your seat. Stay out of my section.
Okay, hold on. So we're at a baseball game. We're sitting there. There's a ball. It's a home run ball. I'm like, I can catch that ball. I tell you, if I go over there right now, I'll get the ball. Guaranteed. But it's down the row.
And it's getting hit to other people?
Yes.
Other people are there?
Yes.
I'm telling you, sit your ass down, man. It's not your section.
No, we're done here. I got to find a girlfriend that supports me.
It didn't get hit to you. It's not meant to be.
What do you mean? Okay, so your argument is if you're at a baseball game and I'm in my seat and a ball is being hit right to my seat, it's good. But if it's being hit 2 seats over or 3 seats over?
No, come on. No, I mean
where do you
down
stop?
the row. There's already other people there. I don't know. Just like,
yeah,
we're never going to agree on this.
We'll agree to disagree.
Listen, and you're the baseball fan, so you're probably more correct than I am.
Well, I know more etiquette about it. Unless he ripped the ball out of her hand, which we don't know he did.
By your logic, it doesn't even fucking matter. You can take it out of somebody's hand. They dropped it.
They dropped it. Then the ball's free. And then it's up to you to decide, listen. And there's been lots of times where you see someone grab a home run ball and then give it to a kid or give it to somebody else. Lots of times you see that. But if they grab it and they drop it and the ball's free, then it's up for grabs.
I don't understand the obsession with the home run ball. There's like such a big...
Well, it's a souvenir. It's a free souvenir. And it's cool to catch a ball. It doesn't happen all the time.
Listen, I'm not a baseball fan, so I can't say why do you care because I just don't get it. And I'll never get it because I don't like baseball.
What about a puck?
That probably means that somebody got hit with a puck.
No. Sometimes it just goes into the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Like whoever caught it, whoever's there.
So
somebody from the other end of the row gonna come over and jump over people trying to get it? I mean,
that happens at football games and in baseball games. It does. Well, you know what? Listen, we disagree.
Sports fans are on another level, man.
Sports. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we should wrap it up. I'm getting heated.
Okay. Oh, also there was, and this is what sucks about online life. This woman, they thought they identified her as a specific person, and then that person got harassed online, and then they're like, "That wasn't me."
Oh,
like they found what they thought her name was, and I think they went to a Facebook account who they thought it was, and there was also a lot of rumors about her. She got fired from her job for all this stuff, but that hasn't been verified. I don't think that's true.
Oh, I've heard that she got fired as well, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, lose your job over that?
Well,
that's wild.
Yeah, it's not like you're caught cheating on your wife at a huge show or anything like that. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh, by the way, I think there's news on that. I think the woman he was with, I think she's filed for divorce. I saw that the other day.
Oh yeah, I think that might be old news, but it's okay. I'll allow it because you're a lot more disconnected than you used to be. So
I don't even know where my plug is. I like being disconnected. By the way, the MTV VMAs were yesterday. We didn't watch it. It was fucking awesome.
I know we didn't watch a thing.
Because we always used to watch it for work, and sometimes you like to watch it, but it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't have to watch it. I could just watch football or whatever.
And usually I do like to watch it, but I'm like, meh. I wasn't into it. Last night.
And plus, like most of the people that were performing, I'm like, who?
I know we're at that age. I'm like, who the hell
don't
are
say
these
that.
people?
Don't say that. No. I got a new gramophone. You should check it out.
Sad but true.
All right. Thanks for watching and listening. If you're on, remember to hit like, subscribe, comment. Anything else? Rate us.
No, that's it. I think next week we were going to take the week off. We might do something special.
So maybe look out because something might happen. Maybe.
It won't be a traditional kind of episode. We might do something like fun, like a game or something. I don't know. We're workshopping.
We'll figure it out. Follow us at Tony and Dana on TikTok and also on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. The drive to 1,000 continues.
Yeah, it's going to be a long drive.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.